Hello and welcome to the Concerned Conservative Podcast. I'm David here with my co-host Joey, and in this edition of the podcast we're going to be discussing Russian hacking, the Electoral College, fake news, and much, much more. How can something so factual be so politically incorrect? It's the Concerned Conservative Podcast, coming right up. Russian hacking, it's crazy, it's wild, and it's coming to a Democratic National Convention near you. Now, I say that here's okay, and this is one of the reasons that I think the left is why the left lost, at least especially in the media. This is why the left media wing lost. It's because they can't just say Donald Trump. Or, no, they can't just say Russia hacked the DNC, possibly or probably to help support Trump, right? Yep. That's one of the reasons. That's maybe one of the reasons why. And then say that's probably bad. But no, they have to go and say, this is why she lost the election. She lost the election because of Russian hackers. Okay, that's not why she lost the election. She lost the election.
It's not even confirmed.
She lost the election because nobody liked her, right?
Well, I mean, to some degree, people liked her. I mean, she did get 2 million more votes in the popular vote.
It's just like those felt okay to me. Those were like people. Begrudging votes. Like no one, like really, no one actually like ever like really liked her. No. Like through her entire like if you just look at the popularity, like
I know that
it was never like. Oh, I love Hillary Clinton. I love it. It wasn't a mainstream. I love Hillary Clinton. It was really just kind of like, oh, I'm better than Trump. And then there's the people who thought like women. Oh, a woman was great, but there was no one. There was like literally. There's literally no one who actually liked her at all, really, and it was kind of like sad in my opinion. I don't know. But no, you say. No, you say that it's not. Did you say? It's not confirmed, there's no evidence?
It's not confirmed. Your exact word. Nor is there any evidence that's been provided. At least, I want IP addresses and global addresses tied to those IP addresses, released by the CIA. I want these released by the CIA, and then I'll believe it. And until that happens, I won't believe it.
Right. It's definitely not confirmed. However, it is the most probable cause in the entire thing, okay? And I do believe that Russia did hack the DNC,
Well, if they hacked the DNC,
they didn't do the Podesta emails. They didn't do the... They did. There was actually reports of that. There were definitely reports of that. It was actually a while ago. I got like a CNN breaking news report, and I was like, oh... Wonder why am I never going to hear from this again? You know what I mean? Right? Because I guess we don't know what the motives were, so we don't know if maybe Russians actually didn't find anything incriminating. That's a possibility. You never know. It might be that the Russians say, hey, maybe we can hold this against Trump, which he's not part of the RNC, so that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't see any real motive to, like...
Anybody.
If they haven't already released anything about the RNC, I don't see any real motive to
And I don't see any foul
behind any other motive.
Any foul in Russia actually hacking?
Yes,
I kind of don't foul. Unless they're messing directly with the election. Indirect messing with it, I'm partial to because
I completely see foul because I would be pissed off. Well, I'm slightly angry about this. Not that am I glad that we saw some of this stuff? Of course I am, right? But on the other hand, I have to be like, well, if this was the RNC that they hacked and they found this stuff, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off if they hacked the RNC.
Putin, and I'm still mad as an American that they hacked an American institution too. I don't care who it is. It makes me mad.
The problem is the DNC left themselves exposed to hackers. There's a difference between protecting yourself from hackers and getting hacked.
Well, the RNC probably got hacked too.
And the better thing is they revealed stuff that was immoral to begin with. That's why I'm slightly okay with it, because if you don't have anything to hide, you should be fine with you getting hacked. Other than to exploit.
No, that I have to disagree with you on that, because I think there's always a right to privacy. It's America. This is an American institution getting hacked, and I don't like it. Vladimir Putin's like basically like the fourth worst government leader in the entire world. Well, maybe not fourth. Maybe he's down. He's in the top 10 worst government leaders in the entire world.
Angela Merkel's up there.
Okay, Angela Merkel doesn't kill journalists that don't agree with her, right? Okay, so
true.
we have this, and I'm not mad. Some people are mad on the left because this is a foreign actor, and I say I'm not mad. I'd be mad if anyone did this. And also, you know, I do not like it at all. And that's my formal opinion.
Anyway,
now, do I think we should have a recount of all the votes? Do I think we should have another election?
No.
Of course not. Of course I don't think that. That doesn't make any sense, right? But
and what makes even
less
sense
at some point, I have to say, like, draw a line and say, like, this is not okay no matter who it is, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing, one more thing to add is, like, it hasn't been completely confirmed, but, like, it's kind of the most likely scenario, right? The motive, I think, it looks to me, and I think a lot of other people, and I think the intelligence bureaus too, I don't know how many, I think the left quotes 17, that might be true or not. Basically, to me, this just looks like Russia trying to influence the election. Now, of course, they're not directly influencing the election. They're releasing material. You know, the DNC is still hurting themselves by having the material, right? They're saying, you know, having this stuff,
it's their fault.
You know, is not good. Now, WikiLeaks said that they never received anything from Russia, by the way.
Yeah, I believe that, because I'm fairly certain there's a lot of defectors from the DNC. I'm fairly certain there's at least a few who could get their hands on this information and give it to WikiLeaks. Right. So I'd be fairly certain that it's true that most of it came from insiders.
Right. There's no reason in my mind that like Julian Assange would like lie about this. Because what is he gonna protect Russia? Like, does Russia need protect? You know what I mean? Like,
what? He has a gun to his head from Russia. I mean.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't. He's in the embassy.
He's in. Yeah.
Who they so certainly want to cut the fiber optic cable to.
Chilling. Now that Trump's in there, hopefully he'll be able to
leave.
Peace out. You know.
Oh, they're bunkers.
Now, obviously,
like somewhere.
I know that people like. And some I'm like, yay, Julian Assange is leaking stuff about Trump, but also I'm kind of like, well, he is. I think he's still. I don't know if he still is, but he definitely was in the business of like releasing information about military families, and that is a no-no.
Yeah. No,
so I say like. Yeah, there's some stuff that's good, but it's also like WikiLeaks is also like, you know, if you look at the approval ratings, it's like WikiLeaks has gone from really, really low to really, really high, especially among Republicans. Well, among Republicans, I think it's almost solely.
Yeah.
And am I glad that there's some information that came out? Yeah. But the real information, the real thing that sunk her was Comey introducing the idea of her emails, right, from Benghazi that did not come from WikiLeaks. That's what sunk her. Right? I think if the election was held the day before he released the letter, I think personally that, and that's the opinion of a lot of people that I've listened to, like, she would have won. And I'm fairly certain that that's true.
I would give her 2 weeks before the election, she would have been certain to win.
Right. That's why, and like, it's like, I think, well, partially, I think that got out the vote a little more among Republicans.
Was Trump was just getting pummeled. He was getting pummeled. Like, you know, it made me almost feel bad to be a conservative because how hard he was just getting pummeled. Like,
well, I don't.
because
I
they were using Trump to attack the rest of conservatism.
right. That's what makes me mad because I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I support Trump out of, or at least during the election, I supported Trump out of necessity.
Yeah.
And I say that to say like to mean that like Hillary Clinton was the worst candidate in my opinion to ever run for president, at least in modern history. Just terrible candidate.
Yeah.
And then the Benghazi stuff kind of reinforced that again. But like, my point is, if Trump is a terrible president, like I have as much of a right as to anyone to be mad at him, right?
Yeah, you have more of a right to be mad at him because you were supported him.
Right. And it's like it's such a bad situation to be in because I feel like Rand Paul would definitely have won.
Yeah.
No question. And we need someone in there, and Trump, I'm sorry, Trump is not the guy. We need someone in there to say, like Rand Paul, to say, you know what? It's not my job to like influence businesses, to ignore the rule of law, to put all these executive actions through. And well, Obama definitely, Bush too.
Yeah.
Bush started it.
It's been the era of
of
executive
It's
action.
been there since FDR.
Yeah.
It's been there since FDR. But Bush, in modern history, it's Bush, then Obama, who really screwed things up in that category. And then it looks like Trump's going to do it again. He's not the type of guy to say, oh, this isn't my job. He's the type of guy to go, carrier deal. Because, in my opinion, like, the carrier deal was a bad thing to do.
Yeah, it wasn't really a right thing to do.
I don't like it.
Would it have affected the election either way? No, because I think WikiLeaks definitely came from insiders who wanted out. And it all has to tie back into how terrible of a candidate Hillary Clinton truly was. How bad of a candidate she truly was. And a non-cooperative media who had 7% of the people who trusted them didn't throw water on the fire either. It certainly threw some lighter fluid on there. But yeah. And what I really hate about it is the criminalization of Trump via this, as they're using this to
as though he
he knew.
Yeah.
Although people are saying he must have knew, but I doubt he knew.
There's some I heard some people saying that like when this happened, like immediately when this happened, that like he knew. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Russian stuff did anything for the election, first of all. I don't think someone is going to say like, oh well, the conspiracy in Benghazi was pretty bad, but I'm still gonna vote for her. And then they see like she also played a small role or a medium role, and there's never like actually like any like direct proof. But like, anyways, her playing her role in like rigging the election against Bernie Sanders. I don't see someone who's gonna be like, oh well, I was gonna vote for her despite Benghazi, but now I'm not. Right? I just don't see that as someone's like thoughts. I feel like it's someone either like I don't like criminal people, or I do.
Her slogan, her entire slogan, like in fact, I'm with her. What does that mean?
I'm with her despite
everything else.
Despite criminality, despite being a terrible candidate, despite.
And I really hate how they haven't gone after her yet in the court of law. They really need to, because now they have. They're open to.
Yeah.
And Trump can't be any part of it. It'll appear that he's jailing his political opponent.
It would definitely not be a good move.
He could suggest to
him to get involved,
to investigate it more, but he can't. He can't be any direct part of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think.
And he already came down from that promise how he was gonna assign a specialist. to.
And it's wise not to. First of all, it's wise not
because it
to
can be
say
construed as
anything
you arresting your political opponent, which
or even that. But
I would sincerely hope that the populace isn't dumb enough to believe
she
that.
she could have killed somebody, and they'd go after her if Trump tried to do anything like through himself. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
But Russian hacking, do I think it did good in the macro of things? In the macro of things, I think it did pretty good because Hillary Clinton did not have her hand off of the nuclear button. She didn't say the nuclear package wasn't off the table. But she did say she wanted to go to Iraq. She wanted to invade Iraq.
I honestly feel like it was a negative evil in the fact that it didn't. I don't think it influenced voters.
Yeah, but
to the extent that it could have.
Yeah,
but it's making this crap happen. Now, of course, these people would look for any excuse to try and keep Trump out, right? And we will be getting to that in the next about the electors and stuff in the next segment here.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. To me it's like they're gonna do an investigation to see what was really up with this, and to me that's where it needs to go.
In my mind,
and that's all it needs to go to.
In my mind, in the macro of things, even if the Russian hackers had something directly tying them to the hacks of the DNC, I think it did more moral good and more eventual good than sovereignty, than our worth of sovereignty, because she would have invaded Iraq probably by executive action. Russia would have responded, and we have nuclear World War III. That's the end.
The only problem I have with that is, well, there's a couple of things. I personally, that's saying the ends justify the means, and do they? I don't know.
At this point where we're risking the end of humanity, I think
right.
The ends do justify the means.
Now, I don't know. I don't want to be that drastic because we don't know what she would do when she gets into office. I just want to be a little bit more moderate on this.
Yeah,
I say that she was a terrible candidate.
She said she wanted to invade Iran and Iraq.
Right. But okay, here's the thing.
And of course she can't. She might have not held up to those promises, but I feel that she would have held up to that promise because I don't think she liked Putin very much, and Putin was telling us to keep out of Iraq and keep out of Iran, and she really probably doesn't like Putin. I bet she has a fair amount of hate for him, and I bet she'd do it just to spite him. I bet she'd do it just for personal reasons. Because that's
Let me just get on this so we can close real quick because it's 15 minutes. But I just want to say, in my opinion, if it was the only problem I have with that, well, I have a couple problems, but the only real problem I have with your entire logic train, which I would completely get it, if it was if you could do an exit poll and said 99% of people didn't vote for Hillary because of the Russian hacking. I don't think that's true because a lot of what I think sunk her and what a lot of other people think sunk her was Comey reopening the investigation. I don't think the Russian hacking, the information released by the Russian hacking is 100%. As 100%.
There's no question about it.
I don't think so.
There's no question about it. It was Comey reopening the investigation.
Right. So in my view, then you take that and you say, okay, so did the Russian hacking even persuade anybody? And then to that effect, the Russian hacking to me was just another straw. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this it wasn't like this major thing. Which then to get to your point, your other point is the ends justify the means. I think the ends justify the means only if it's Hillary Clinton will press the nuclear button. You know what I mean? And to that, I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure that she would, and I just don't. I don't think. Like, here's the thing. I don't think this. If Hillary Clinton got elected, it would be what a lot of the left are saying, which is the end of democracy as we know it, right? And all this stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the Olbermann rant. He goes completely crazy, and I just would love to listen to that. I don't think that's true in Hillary's case. It would be terrible if Hillary got elected, right? It would be completely terrible.
But we wouldn't cry.
I don't think that the Russian thing is a good thing in almost any light, unless it was the one thing that was like, holy crap, this person's terrible and people know it. And the other thing I don't see with this is just like, I don't know. I just can't say, like, you know, if I can't say, like, this is someone we should have an armed revolution against, then I can't justify things that I would consider inherently un-American to fly, you know. And final thoughts, Joey, and then we'll conclude.
But because of the person who it is, I kind of want to throw as much crap at her, like, because I mean, I feel that she was just this bad of a person that she kind of deserved the Russian hacking. But yeah, if it was anybody else other than her, it probably wouldn't have flown with me for Russia to hack us. If they did, because there's still no evidence. The case is still open. It's wide open. There's not even a formal investigation filed. There's CIA allegations.
They're moving for one in Congress, by the way. Mitch McConnell's one of the leaders on that. They're moving for a bipartisan
investigation.
They're basically an investigation to see, like, what's up, because that's what they need at this point.
Yep.